Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for love. Because today's Spotlight player loves everyone and everything. Literally. If you're new to this series, a Spotlight player is the person who thinks they are the main character in your Dungeons & Dragons or other tabletop role-playing games. This week, we're talking about an old favorite, the Playboy. Before we talk about this Romeo of the tabletop, business. If you enjoy this video, check out my others. I've got bunches. Also, likes, comments, and especially subscribes are just awesome. Finally, I've got some other things going on, like a YouTube gaming channel and a Discord. I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy VI. Info is in the video description. The Playboy is a well-known Dungeons & Dragons trope. He's been around almost since D&D was created. From seducing were-jaguars in the hidden shrine of Tamoachin, to seducing Nimblewrights in Dragon Heist, this Spotlight player has been using his one trick for a very long time. If you've yet to meet this fellow, don't worry, you will. He's everywhere. He is Legion. You'll know this guy because his defining and often only quality is he responds to every situation by trying to seduce the NPC, or bad guy, or monster, or cheese sandwich in one very strange, probably untrue example I found online. Being questioned by town guards? Seduce those guards. Being held captive by a group of bandits? Seduce the bandits. Being attacked by orcs? Seduce that orc. Trying to get some information out of some street orphans? Okay, let's not go there. But he will. Trying to tame a horse? You get the point. Now don't get me wrong, seducing is a time-honored tradition in these games. But some things are okay being seduced, like a criminal informant, and some things are not, like a beholder. Doesn't matter to the Playboy, he will surely flirt with that beholder, just try to stop him. He will flirt with everything he can, and if he happens to roll a natural 20 on his attempt, he's going to expect it to work. PSA time. Remember folks, a natural 20 is not an instant success outside of combat. I know some groups play it that way, but it is not a rule and doesn't even make sense. For example, no matter what you roll on athletics, you're not going to jump over the moon. Unless, of course, you're a cow. PSA out. Admittedly, the Playboy's antics can be quite amusing the first couple of times you see them, but it's going to get old real quick. The 10th time he tries to seduce something that session, you're going to want to rip his head off. Everyone will, except for the Playboy. He finds it as funny the 100th time as the first. Doesn't matter what the situation is, you could be in the middle of a fight. I roll to seduce the dire wolf. No, it's fighting you. Love conquers all. It doesn't even understand you. Love is a universal language. It's not even the same species as you. Stop being a bigot. I rolled a 14. You fail. I'll get it next turn. And in some extreme cases, the player will try again. Usually because he thinks this is the funniest joke in the world. So in combat, he's useless. I'd almost say he's related to the chaotic stupid player. They both are doing really insanely stupid things because of them it's funny. Yeah, you know what? Strike the almost. Oh, and chaotic stupid? On the list. Imagine someone trying to pull this in real life. On his way to work, he's pulled over for speeding. Why, hello there, officer. Is that a gun in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? At work. I know this report was due last week, but I just couldn't stop thinking about how fine you are. Shall we? At lunch. This sandwich gets me. The Playboy usually eats alone. At the store to the obviously high school age cashier. 75 cents for gum? I got a better idea. 50 cents. And I'll see you on your next break, baby. Later. Why, hello there, officer. Is that a gun in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? It works just as well in Dungeons & Dragons. Let's rate this guy, shall we? He's annoying and never, ever gives up. He is the Terminator of Dungeons & Dragons players. If the Terminator flirted with anything that had a pulse. On a side note, a pulse is not required by some Playboys. With a new DM, one who is not used to saying no yet, he can ruin the DM's time. But most dungeon masters are not going to let him mess up their game. So I'd say he's probably about a 4. until his seduction actually works. When he's successful, he never, ever shuts up about it. It could be weeks later and he'd be like, "Remember that time I seduced that lady of the night? Good times." Then he bumps up to a 5, just on principle. What do you think? Do you agree with my rating? Have you ever met the Playboy? Let me know in the comments. If you have an idea for a spotlight player you'd like to see me talk about, tell me that too, along with a short description of what this player does to make them so spotlighty. Thanks for watching, and remember, do not seek the spotlight, and the spotlight will seek you.